Do you remember when we had to do this to get POV shots? Well, you don't have to anymore. Meta Ray-Bans is one of the best things I've ever purchased. They are sunglasses, they are pretty cool, but most importantly, they can record from your point of view almost exactly what you're seeing. If you're not convinced, take a look at this. I found a random branch washed up on the beach, and what did I do? I pressed record without really thinking about it. Then I picked it up and threw it in the river. Why did I do that? I don't know. Or how I found this random branch in the park and I decided to be a hero and move it out the way. That was literally the most random side quest I've ever done. But you just can't get these type of clips on your phone. You can't just press record and use both your hands. And that's probably one of the best selling points of these glasses. Another one being able to rizz up girls on the streets.
Oh, well, I was wondering if I could get your phone number.
No thank you.
No? Alright.
I bought these glasses 6 weeks ago thinking, they're pretty cool, but the novelty is gonna wear off, right? Wrong. I've been using these like every day for the past 6 weeks. Skating through a tunnel, ping pong, skipping rocks, playing tennis, doing parkour at work, doing pull-ups at work, doing actual work, getting insane basketball shots.
Just a casual half court. That's in. F you.
I even put my hands up like Goku when he's trying to gather energy for a spirit bomb. Anyway, if you compare this to a regular phone such as a OnePlus 12, the quality isn't actually that amazing. The lens itself is pretty wide. It's basically like an ultra wide but slightly cropped in. It's 12 megapixels for photos and the video size is this, whatever this is. It's above 1080p but below 1440p. But if you're comparing the quality, you're really missing the point because it's not about the quality, it's about how you capture the clip. When you go to record something on your phone, you have to pull it out your pocket, then go to your camera app, press video, make sure you're on the right lens, press record, then make sure everything is framed correctly. Then you have to consistently be looking at your screen to make sure everything is in the frame, which means you're not really looking at what's actually happening. You're looking at the screen. You're kind of missing out. And then you save the recording, and then you get tempted to look at your notifications because you're already on your phone. Do you see how time consuming that is? And sure, you might be able to skip half the steps, but it's still just long. I noticed that in my day-to-day life, I record way more things now because it's so easy to just press a button. It starts recording and I don't think about it being recording. And I don't have to think about the framing because I just do my thing and everything gets captured as it is. And just like I mentioned before, certain things like sports or climbing a tree or driving a car requires two hands, so you can't get those shots. Unless you strap a GoPro or something, but even then, a GoPro records one angle, whereas the glasses records your head movements as well. Plus, think about it, which one is easier, a GoPro or your sunglasses, something that's already on your face? And the reason why I think the convenience is so important is because when I was showing these to my friends, they were like, oh, that's so cool, so you can like walk around and record this. Well, yeah, you can record stuff, but why not just pull out your phone? And that's the whole point. It's not supposed to replace your phone. It's supposed to complement it. Record things that you wouldn't otherwise because it's so inconvenient or almost impossible if you need two hands. And of course, I got loads of bad things to say, but let me just get the good stuff out the way. You know when you get a clip on your phone and then you have to go to the gallery, play the clip, and then put it up to your ear to hear it? Well, with the glasses, when you record a clip, there's this Meta AI app, and you have all these clips saved, and when you open one of the clips, it automatically starts playing in your ear, and because the headphones, or I guess the speakers, are not in your ear, it sounds like everything is around you. It's like so immersive. And of course, speaking of speakers, they're there, but they're not amazing. If you're listening to like voice notes, or if you're on the call with someone, or you're listening to Ed Sheeran, yeah, they're fine. But if you're listening to Linkin Park, yeah, this is what it actually sounds like. The bass is gone. Now let's talk about some downsides. When you record something on your phone, the camera is centered, which means everything that you look at will be directly in the middle and you can see the framing. However, with the glasses, the camera isn't in the center, it's actually on the left. So if you're looking at something directly down the middle, the camera is looking like this, so everything in the video looks off-centered. If you're just walking around, it's not a problem, but if you're recording something really up close, but why would you do this anyway? And the biggest problem that I could possibly think of is the recording in vertical video. The reason why all these clips have black bars is because these glasses are supposed to record videos for social media, which means they have to be recorded vertically. And there is actually no way to record widescreen for a YouTube video, which means if you want the full screen, you're gonna have to crop in pretty heavily or apply this like background blur thing. Either way, you're losing a lot of quality. I'm not really gonna bother with all the little details because there's like a million reviews, just go watch them instead. I will say though, every time you put them on, they make like a little blop, 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 and then it says your battery health, and they make a sound when you press record and take a picture, but you get used to it. They come in this charging case and they charge as soon as you place them in, and the case itself charges with USB-C, so that's pretty easy. And look, I don't really care about the battery health numbers. It's pretty good. Like, you'll survive. I take them out. I usually use them as just normal sunglasses, and sometimes I put them up when they get annoying. Yeah, if I spend like half a day recording, they die pretty quickly, but that's usually not the point. You only record certain moments and everything else you just use your phone. Plus, whenever I go to the gym or something, I usually just charge them anyway, so throughout the day, they'll charge like 3 times, so I never worry about the battery life. And again, I don't think battery life should be the concern. Your phone is for recording. If you listen to music all day, you shouldn't really do that because that's what your headphones are for. And now let me just speed run through all the clips that I got in the last 6 weeks. I was spinning a tortilla. I randomly decided to jump on things. I went on a date.
I'm gonna go. No!
I did silly things at work, did gym exercises, played with a dog, watched a guide on how to think. I don't even know why I recorded that. Got another crazy basketball clip. Drove a car at sunset. Drove my niece around in the woods on a bike. Drove around the woods in a car. Almost fell down a hill when running in the woods. I guarantee I would have not recorded like 90% of those clips if it wasn't for the glasses, because I was so immersed in the moment, and a phone would have been too much effort, but I just clicked the button and I made so many cool memories now. Yes, the quality isn't really amazing and the battery life is kind of meh, and it's only 3 minutes and the bitrate kind of sucks. And you have this stupid little LED flashing lights the whole time that you're recording, so you can't really spy on people. And they're really expensive, but I think they're really fun and worth it. One thing that I would absolutely love is something like an action replay. So you know when you play a game on your computer and something happens, you just save the last 2 minutes? Imagine how cool that would be on the glasses. Imagine this, you're walking around, you get robbed, right? You're like, oh, not a problem, let me just save the last 2 minutes. Amazing. But yeah, apart from that, they're pretty sick. Go buy them.